so bad. Let's see how this goes. This seems more successful. Righto, I'll tell you what happened. When I was in the UK, I did some practice, okay? And that was with streaming, and I had like a what you call it? I had a phone SIM that let me have unlimited data. So I started doing a stream off that just to test it all out, like the testing stream. And it had like 6 megabytes per second up, and the most I can get here in Australia is 2.4. So I set everything up to go as good a quality as possible. And of course, when I just did the stream just now, it was still set up to the high standards provided by the English telephonic operations. And yeah, my computer and my little poor old internet connection just absolutely pooped the bed and couldn't deal with it. So that's what happened. It was pretty much a very straightforward event. You don't want to be dealing with that. Yeah, there you go. Right, we're back. Let's do the business. Now, have I stuffed this up at all? There we go. We got a bit of audio now from the game. Let's go. Let's play some Lupus. Hey, Hugo Low. Good to see you, mate. I am on Asia. I'm on Asia, man. I'm on Asia. I'm on the Asia server. Ahoy, Chicago.
Let's get this show on the road.
So, yeah, this thing is being said to be quite overpowered. So today, I'll play it pretty aggressively so we get a good look at the armor profile and such. I was obviously at Tankfest, so I didn't get a chance to really check it all out. And I haven't driven the Lupus before, really. So I had a go at it yesterday for about half an hour, and it seemed pretty strong. The gun seemed terrifyingly bad, which is pretty standard. It's not a gun I've ever seen before, but it feels very Russian. How could I what? How could what, Bushka? Hang on, I think the wife's home. We're just kicking off here, and Mrs. Bushka has turned up, I believe. Hello from San Antonio, Jose Gloria, my man in Amsterdam. I'm pretty happy we didn't get Chris Paul, to be honest. I want to see some development from DeJounte Murray. And I'm glad Chris Paul's gone to the Rockets, because I think he's going to struggle there. 120mm. Yeah, Walker Bulldog, mate. What were you possibly thinking? They all appear to be camping spawn. I'm not in Blighty, no Lanky. As you know, I am now back home where the good stuff is. So here comes an IS-6. A little bit isolated and might have to use some Premo, but I certainly won't be giving him an easy shot. What? $1 Lupus versus $10 Lupus? What do you mean? Wow. Okay. What the hell was that? I'm going to guess that was a SU-152 or a Borsig. So they're camping spawn pretty hard here. No, not yet. Just one sec. So here we go, I'm back. Just got in trouble for not walking the dog, which is pretty standard. Here we go. Yeah, they're all in spawn. It feels a lot like an IS-2H. It really does. Feels a lot like an IS-2SH. This is a pretty boring game. I mean, they're just sitting in spawn. They've got 3 CDs and everyone's in spawn. Well, I'm not going around there. Let's go check out over here and see if there's someone coming from the back, or this could possibly go down as the most boring game ever. Oh. It's an RU-251 who's decided to get himself into the action. Look, the Lupus feels very strong, but it's not exactly exciting, is it? I mean, it's strong, but it's not fast. It's reasonably mobile. It's all right. Jeez, this enemy team really knows how to camp it up, don't they? Let's ask them. Jeez, couldn't help it. This is why I am so happy that binoculars and camo net are no longer in the game. They are a blight, and you just get people like this camping in spawn, but they can actually see, which is pretty lame. Oh, hello, there's a Borsey. Oh, look, we've finally moved. Yeah, that is where good gameplay goes to die. Legit. Absolutely horrifying. "52 seconds left, and oh my god, they're going to win it. Unbelievable. They've just sat in spawn the whole game. It's honestly one of the best reasons to move and get rid of binoculars and camo net in the game was this. It's like just a clear indication of the kind of gameplay I hate more than anything else. 30 seconds and under. The heavy tanks haven't done anything wrong at all. I mean, they've pushed into town. The enemy's just decided they want to have a draw. And often you get what you deserve, which is the case here. What a game. Absolutely incredible. Wow. 8 tanks left alive at the end of it. Love it. And by love it, I mean, yeah, absolutely think it's a punish. Where am I? 156 watching now. So everyone actually did end up finding the stream. Good luck, Swaggosaurus Rex. You wouldn't have to try very hard at the moment. I'm not popular. All right, let's see up top how we go.
Time to roll out.
Is there, in fact, a... Here we go, here we go, here we go. Everyone's gone low. Awesome. Not sure why, but that's where I'm going to, because obviously being here on my own is not cool. Unless their whole team's there, in which case I'm going to just go up the top anyway. Just trying to figure out why I can't see this on YouTube Gaming. Ahoy guys, hey Perfidious. Let's not go through the cap circle and tell them exactly where we are. Sorry about that, guys. Was just trying to figure out a few little bits and pieces. Found the Helsing, which is great. I don't know if he's noticed me yet. I don't think he has. Yeah, he definitely hasn't. Let's see how this armor goes. Pretty good. Stopped absolutely nothing, but there you go. It's close range. Can't have it all. Unacceptable. That's Otto from Oxo. He's a very cool guy. And we're rolling onwards and upwards. Yeah, you'll get no arguments from me whatsoever on the quality of the model. Tell me this gun's not built from Russian steel. The model itself looks terrible. Now, Mad Bear Gamer, I'm not angry at you or anything, but I'm just saying the game isn't realistic. I know we all like to say, oh, wait for historical tanks and all this kind of stuff, but the game is not realistic. At no point in time do you ever get a tank where you shoot it once and you take off a little bit of a crew member's hit points, and you shoot it twice and you take off a little more. And the idea that it is just a realistic game is kind of silly. It's almost like we want all the realism we can, apart from when it's too much realism. And I've played realistic tank games before, like Battleground Europe, and it's incredibly difficult, and it absolutely has nothing like the accessibility of Blitz. Hello? I can't figure out how to look at this on YouTube Gaming. It's driving me out the wall. I don't want to play cards against humanity. No, you clown. So off we go. Here he comes. Another tier 7 game, lots of heavies. I'm going to go pretty hard here and see if we can't give it a real test. There's some decent tanks there, a lot more DPM than I can handle alone, but still in all, this thing seems pretty mobile. Let's see if we can get it down here in this little dip in the ground and be a bit aggressive with it. So there's the IS, there's the Helsing. The IS is the furthest on the left. That's cool. Yeah, that was never going to go in. Happy days. I'd like to get up here and side scrape just a touch. There's the Kuro. That's all tanks present and accounted for, I believe. Now, I got a little bit of support here, but obviously the Helsing's underneath me, so above me, so he's going to get a better angle in than I have. That KV-1S only has the stock gun, so he doesn't have the big dirt gun, which is nice. Good for me. Yeah, she's doing all right so far. Someone remind me to get rid of grass in sniper mode, please, because that is going to really annoy me. Hello. I've moved up. Bounced off his ass. Would you believe it? You probably would. And yeah, no, she's doing very well. KV-1S, obviously, only the stock gun. We've got no worries about pushing up on him at all. Plenty of damage there with a 120mm, which is nice. Let's get that angle going on. And there's the second one. Happy McFreakin' days. Let's get rid of that freaking... Grass and sniper mode. Get out of there. Let's have another go. Okay, where are we? Live control room. Why can I not see this on YouTube Gaming? Which is where I'd like to see it. All by myself. Not heard anything about garage battles. Sounds pretty cool. I'm interested. Wow, that's a lot of chat popping for me all at once. Holy hell. What is going on? Yeah. All right, we're going up. Yeah, unfortunately, mine guys, I've got more gold on my standard account. I just don't have anything to use it on anymore because they... account giveaways. So you say, fuck you, and then you want to sign up to be like me, please. So basically, you tell me with one hand to go get effed, and then with the other hand, you ask me for something. What do you think the odds are that I'm going to tell you to get stuffed? 1, really bloody high. If that's what you were thinking, then you were absolutely correct. Here we go. Well, we're in an interesting spot here. Critical hit. Looks pretty bloody critical to me. Hull down and moving the tank a lot. If we get flanked, it'll be interesting. Let's use the old tornado juice. Oh yeah, bit of roid rage. So there's the Carnarvon. He's a worry. Centurion, sorry. Yes, love it. Just being the hard man of rock and roll here. T-44 looks like he may actually get his act together and push on up. Low roll, 316, but for all that, worked a treat, did damage, didn't get hit in the process. Yeah, this thing's pretty freaking tough. I'm just doing the old backwards and forwards, seeing how I go, and it's going pretty well so far. Oh, I finally take one. Now that Panther has 198 pen on its AP rounds, and that's a lot of pen. Now there are some weak points on this tank, obviously, but all that Dracula's keen. Thank you. I'll buy that for $1. Could be time to think about getting forward a bit here. Help the team, push up, keep the pressure on. Maybe remove that Drac. Would be nice. Nah, he's moved. Yeah, that's right. Plenty of high pen tanks there, although the Panther, the Centurion might actually have the stock gun. All by myself. Don't wanna be. Oh, the defender's coming up, but I'd like to get rid of you. That's cool. Happy days. Just the defender now. And that's our Top Gun. Now there you go. That seems pretty overpowered to me. It seems solid. Let's have a quick look at the armor profile. Now this is the armor profile on the Lupus as seen from the Panther 1's gun. Okay, but you've got to remember that Lupus I'm driving actually has 5% more armor. Hang on one sec. Cool, you can hear me. Cool, okay. The Lupus I'm driving has all the stuff, so it's completely buffed. You know, the part I think that's overpowered is actually these auto bounce zones here, because they're not actually very thick armor. It's only 107, but the angle on it is nuts, right? It's like the upper glacis of an FV4202. So you have these little areas here that can be penned, but realistically, they're not that easy to pen. And if you're at, say, a fair range like I was, the turret's a lot like the 047, where it looks weak, but you can actually have this big mantlet and move it around, and it's actually hard to find those areas there. And if you actually put it down, I mean, you can see the gun depression on it is insane. If I was going to do one thing with the tank to nerf it and bring it into line, it wouldn't be to change the armor and everything. It would be to change the gun depression, because the problem you've got with the gun depression is you've got a rear turreted tank, right? And if you've got a rear turreted tank, then you can side scrape it very, very easily. And that means you don't have to expose a lot of your tank to actually get shots off when you're side scraping. And if you've got 12 degrees of gun depression, you can actually get the gun down as well as side scrape, which is always an issue, like on the IS-2SH and the VK-45 and all those tanks. Yeah, so it holds its own even against tier 8s. The gun is pretty crap. Even fully buffed up, I'm running it with a gun lane drive and a vert stab. 0.413 is the dispersion number. We don't have a lot here. I'm thinking we go with the boys over there. You are still part of the notification squad. Well, I will side scrape with it. I just need a chance to side scrape with it. It's actually quite hard to find a chance to side scrape with it. It's tough. It's tougher than you think. So here we go. The T32 will be interesting. T71. Let's be aggressive. We'll be quite aggressive here with it. Just try and get into a spot. It's a bit tall. I'd rather it was a little bit shorter. They don't have any TDs, so hopefully we can get a shot here on this T. Ah, he just moved. There's the IS. What are we missing? The 32. Wow. See, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That is actually quite bloody tall, isn't it? Very easy to get a shot into that. Oh, that's rough. Down you go. Down you go, Weet-Bix. That 62 is going to flank around. Could be my job to go and sort him out. All by myself. Don't want to be. That IS-3 has really committed there. 62 should be popping here any moment now. Here we go. Yep. As expected, that was not a good idea. 49 is an issue. We could push down here pretty hard now. Oh, when Stalin says it works, it'll work. back you minus. I see you, baby. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Oh, that went nowhere. It's a really good gun on the Lerva. Hey, let's check it out. Yeah, it pens. That is one of the best guns you're going to find on a tier 8 tank. Right up there with the good old Carnarvon. Try and get it behind that hill. 0.299 dispersion, I think. Oh, look at that. And he's struggling. Whoo, baby. Fool if you think it's over. La da ba ba da ba down. Here's my problem with it, right? It's ugly. It really, it's really ugly. It's just, it's ugly. The pen on it isn't great, but it's good enough for tier 7. Like we've lived for years with that kind of pen on the IS-6. In fact, it might even be exactly the same pen as the IS-6 at tier 8. I think with the first gun, yeah, exactly the same. So the 122mm D30 is the same gun, right? And let's have a look at the Lupus. He's got the 120mm Mustela. I reckon they just flogged it from the IS-6's spare parts. Old man, look at my life. Here we go. Who is a man who can love you like I can? Do do do. It's not beautiful. It's see, I don't have any problem whatsoever with the Transformer style look of the tank. I really enjoy different looking tanks, and I come from a background which is not realism at all, not realism based, and I'm more about. I mean, World of Warships is great, and World of Warcraft was really great, and EverQuest, and all the nerdy role-playing games that I used to like. Okay, let's just adjust. Let's readjust there, because that looks like their whole team is down there. So this doesn't worry me at all. G'day, Andy. It is just ugly. I mean, I wouldn't mind it if they didn't have that huge bit of bacon fanging out either side of the turret. It just makes no sense. Let's see if we can't get a shot in the buttocks of the Blaze. Now, there's a heavy that wasn't accounted for down there, and I don't know where it is, but I'll tell you what, I know where the Blaze is. Yep. Ta-ta, buddy. yeah, let's have another shot at that. Just AP will have to do it. He didn't give me any more booty. I'm trying to let the reds cull them down a bit so that I can actually get some hardcore bounciness. Some, oh look, this is Lord of the Rings to a T. I'm going to go up on the bridge and do my Gandalf impersonation. You shall not pass. Shall not pass win, buddy. Oh yeah. That one went right through. It was a critical hit. Another one like that, and they'll be dead. Ah, dear me. The optimistic tank commander. As always. Set up the shot and then miss it. Nah, we'll get it. Ah, dun, dun, dun. Now the Comet's coming all the way around there, but he's very low on hit points, so I'm going to use my big ass hit point pool and just basically charge down here and kill one of these dudes. Yag Panther, I love this tank. Now look at that tank. It should be so much bigger. You really don't get the scale of it in the game. In real life, that tank is freaking massive, right? Absolutely massive. I mean, tremendously big. Really, really big. Here we go. There we go. The bacon is a wing. It is not a wing. The bacon is not a wing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can see the tank's good. Like, let's just be honest. It feels... Who's this idiot? See, the problem with people like you, Ukro Padam, is that you think you know what you're talking about, but you're actually one of the most ignorant human beings in here. You play the game and then you bag wargaming. So you actually, I don't mind one way or the other. You don't have to like the game. But the door's over there, buddy. Anytime you want to leave, why don't you just give yourself an uppercut, walk out the door, close it behind you, and we'll never miss you ever again. Not that we miss you now. Yeah, so Ukro Padam, how about you just go away? Righto, so we're going to go around to the right here and push it up against some... Oh, they want to go out. Fine. I'll go out. I'll go out. I've done a bit on the Tiger. Yeah, I've done a bit on the Tiger. It's the Tiger 131 at Tankfest just looked amazing, hey. It looks just amazing. G'day, big dogs. How you going, mate? Andy, I've seen you, mate. You don't need a bacon roll. Oh, there's haters because people, I don't know, people seem to want the world to be about conspiracies and villainy. I went to Tankfest. Wargaming didn't pay for me to go to Tankfest. But I'll tell you right now, the people I met from Wargaming that were there were pretty cool. They were nice. They weren't weird. They weren't assholes. They were just humans doing their job. And that was it. That was literally it. There was nothing special about most of them. They were just doing their job, trying to produce a product. And, you know, you don't always agree with things that happen in game. But if you want to start pretending like it's all about you and the end of the world, then there you go. So we're in a really weird position here. I don't want to overextend there. That Tiger P's obviously pushed through. There's a Borsig and an SU-152 somewhere down there. Who is your daddy? And what does he do? Geez, we've come across some savagely camping teams today, haven't we? I mean, massive campers. Tankfest, I think I paid to get the family in on the Sunday. I think it cost me about, all up, about 100 quid for the family pass and everything. Well, Ukra, I don't know what else to tell you, mate. You're the idiot that keeps watching World of Tanks videos and playing the game. No one's making you. It's like you're self-harming and then complaining about it. Here's a tip. If you don't like something, don't do it. Instead of just having a whinge like a 3-year-old child, go away. No one's making you do something you don't like. It's almost like you keep turning up and getting punched in the face and then either paying for it or asking for more, which is pretty weird. I mean, mate, anytime you really want to sound like an idiot, you know, just open your mouth. So at least we're pushed up here, so we're in a tough spot. That, oh, I didn't think the ice would get us from there. See if I can't, oh, dear God. Too many. Too many. Yeah, I get a lot of people asking me for stuff, which is just odd. I can't give you stuff. I don't have that kind of access. I just don't. Yeah. You can have a timeout, Ukro, and when you come out of the timeout, we'll all be friends again, okay? How did we lose that? I wasn't paying much attention there, sorry. Yeah, I was not paying much attention there. You could see my performance go right downhill. It's doing fairly well. I mean, the tank's overpowered. Let's be honest about it. The tank is bloody overpowered. Mate, at the moment, I'm really enjoying the 62A. Really like it. Like, really enjoying it. I don't. But I'll tell you what, if the French lights come, I'm going to be so excited. The bat chat would just be amazing, hey. It seems to make a bit of cash, the Lupus, but not amazing. Like, it's not incredible. Let's push with the heavies here and see if we can't find some action. Von Moofels, that's a great name. I'm very, very proud to have helped you, my friend. Yeah, no. Ukros sounds like he said sorry anyway, so don't worry about it. I met a lot of people at Tankfest, and the huge majority of them were absolutely wonderful. Just absolutely wonderful. I was expecting that. Come on, we've got to push up here, boys and girls. Got to get pushing up. What is with the camping? So much camping, hey. Now this is going to be interesting because this thing is interesting. So the lurver, this, can I get one in the driver's hatch? No, it just doesn't have the pen, hey. IS6 is bailed. Let's get round into this nameless. Oh. Oh, I really didn't think that'd go in. Bit unlucky, but anyway. So we're in a little bit of strife here. That IS-6 is going to come around. We've got that T-34 there who's going to keep us on the right. We're going to have to go with some promo. Maybe the Pershing. Ah, we missed. Always an issue. Always an issue. He's put up a good fight, this IS-6. Yeah, it's too strong. It's just too strong. I mean, I legitimately can see that straight away. It's got way too much survivability with the buffs. I mean, I was really quite aggressive with that tank there. And how many fans you've probably noticed you at Tankfest? I had like people ask me for autographs, which blew my mind. And I messaged my wife immediately and let her know. And I probably had selfies with, I don't know, 40 people, something like that. And heaps of people there, particularly on the Saturday. On the Sunday, I was rolling around mostly with the patron dudes, which was hilarious. Andy and James and Tar and Met and you know, Frankie Point Blank on Blitz and wives, and I had the families there, and it was a really, really cool time. Absolutely incredible. So we were really aggressive last game, and let's try it again. Try to get one through in there on the very edges. We don't have anyone on covering that flank, which is a bit of a worry. So I don't want to get spotted by that IS-6 again and get hit from over there. There's that Bulldog. There's a 43. I'm thinking the Borsig's going to be up there where the 1 is. There's the Nomad. Yeah, that IS-6 can stay there as far as I'm concerned. Not interested. Once the Bulldog's gone, there's the Borsig. He's in too good a spot. Nothing wrong with moving out and bailing if you're in a bad spot. The T-29 is gone. I'm going to come down here and help because there's a Borsig on that corner which needs to be cleared. Hey. Tiger P up there. If we can clear these two, then we can smash the rest of them. Oh, dear God. Yeah, we live in hope. Let's use some of these hit points. This guy, oh, that wasn't good. Borsig's going to come around there in a second. Oh, I really thought we'd roll higher than that. Yeah, it's pretty bad play by me. Lupus backwards looks much better. Yeah, the Ginger Ninja, for those of you who don't know about ranked battles are just absolutely amazing. Ranked battles in warships are the best part of warships, and the ranked battle season for warships kicks off tomorrow, I believe, just before I go away for a bit. It is just, the higher you go, the better the quality of gameplay, until you're up in the area of 10 plus, rank 10 to rank 1, and suddenly everyone's doing the right thing, and it's just amazing. Everyone plays correctly. I thought this guy was actually playing, but he was AFK. So yeah, no, he's not AFK. I just don't know what he's doing. Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan Williamson. I prefer to get the Lupus than the Nameless. I think the Nameless is a good tank, but I think the Lupus is better. Keith, if you were in the patron community, you'd realise, I take it all back about this Borsig, he's actually done okay. You'd realise that there is an awful lot of people older than middle age, mate. We've got some blokes up there into the 70s. And they all love tanks, and they all get angry and cranky about tanks just like we do. Yeah. Are you lonesome tonight? No worries, economics, mate. Send me your address. That was terrible. Come on. Play better than that. My least favourite tanking game, M3 Lee. Just M3 Lee can get stuffed. It's not I don't know how to play it, it's just a bad tank. Okay, I'm focusing again. What's up, Ruby Rex? Good to see you, mates. Yeah, he's calmed down. Let's be really aggressive here. I'm going to the right. Tell my team I'm going to the right. Gonna get in the dip. I don't know, Dan. Some people got the M60, and generally the big indicator was if you spent lots of money. And I spent a fair bit of money on the game. I got an M60, but you know, don't tell my wife. Like, I didn't have a contributor account at the start, and I had to get tanks to. I mean, this is the overpowered part of this tank for me. Have a look at what I'm doing here. I'm actually side or angling and side scraping, doing all that kind of stuff, but I'm able to do it with gun depression, which is just bloody odd. You know what? We're going to use APCR because it's better just to get the pen in. And then we miss. Let's just send the rest of them. Wow. Okay. Anytime you'd like to pen, that would be great. Well, he's AFK. I'm not wasting a shot on him. And the guy from Gattel can probably play. He's spotting me though. May as well hit him. This is cheap, but got to get it done. Oh my God. Tell me this isn't a Russian gun. Honest to God, tell me. Let's just pretend that KV2 is in fact AFK. Poor old bloke from Gattel here. Burning the tornado juice. There we go. Yeah, gun is Russian. These guys are very unlucky. That Kuro was AFK. It would have been okay if not for that. G'day, Otto. I saw you before, mate. Good to see you. I saw you on Temple. Yeah, the links need to be turned off in chat. Sorry, mate. It's just the way it is. Righto, what do we got here? We're all going to the right. I see. Sorry, it was doing something. Drove into a wall. Who put that wall there? Who put the wall there? It was really cool in the UK. I ran into a whole thing where I found out about YouTube live streaming and started using that, obviously, to do the Tankfest streaming. I'm in Sydney economics, mate. That's where I live. I live in Manly, which is a beaches suburb in Sydney. So that was amazing. And I had one of my coolest moments. I was walking around in Bushka, which is just near Bournemouth, and just walking along in the park, and someone donated to the YouTube stream. I'm like, I'm walking along in the park, and someone just donated £5. Why? I'm walking along saying hello to people. It was pretty surreal. Anyway, YouTube gaming is pretty cool. That T43 is going to pop here in a second, I guess. I would if I was him. There's the Edelweiss, the medium version of the Lupus without the banana, without the bacon on the tank. Oh, there he is. T43's pushed round, so I should be able to get out here and get some shots in the back of this Edelweiss. Good. There's another Lupus over there. We've got to get rid of him. Bounced. Big surprise. Got to get rid of this Lupus. We've got the Bulldog coming up there on the left. Oh, that was very handy. Oh yeah, that was absolutely perfect. Ammo rack damage followed by ammo rack damage. Awesome. Oh, come on! It's such a strong tank. It is really, really cool. G'day, it's A13. I'm a fan of the humans, mate. You're one of the humans, so I'm a big fan of you. It's a big tank, isn't it? 16 hits received. I mean, that's a strong bloody tank. The 120mm gun is massive, hey, at tier 7. It's really big. G'day, Earth. I've been loving your work lately. Really, really enjoying my time here on you. Keep it up, Earth. You're the best. You're the best. You are. It's 10:41. Now, let's see. We'll go town again and mix it up with the big boys. I like girls. Nice stuff, Wargame. I'm a big fan of girls. Oh no, China Black says win. We'll get win. Awesome. No pressure. No pressure. Rockety boy. Ah, mate. It needs some kind of weak spot. It really does. It's so strong. See overkill. Wow, that bulldog's really been quite aggressive. Oh, hello, that's a T-32. That's not a bulldog. So everyone's just bailing from here, which is interesting, but not really that cool as far as I'm concerned. Oh, Bouncy McBouncerson. Walker Bulldog got T-49, which is awesome as far as I'm concerned. Awesome, lovely. So we're in a tight little corner here, but this is the tank to be doing it in. T-32 over there. Let's see if that T comes back. Yeah, no worries. I understand. T-43, we're in a tight spot. We've all been there. Stay strong, little T-43. Stay strong. Yeah, these guys at least pushed up, which is more than can be said of the clowns in the last game. Always go through the tracks with your AP. Happy days. Mate, my favourite tank at Tier 8 is obviously the Carnarvon, and I've had people tell me that I'm just being intentionally hip, etc. by liking the Carnarvon and the JP2, but I think they're massively, massively underrated tanks. That Glacier would have been just a little bit handy for him, you reckon? Oh my god, they've got 2 AFKs. That's very tough. Yeah. Yeah, that's real tough. They're never going to be Tier 9. Well, I'm not going to say never, but I don't think they'll ever bring out Tier 9 premiums. Okay, let's have a look then. Tier 7 heavies. This is your IS gun. You're looking at the D25T. 4.75 rounds, 175, 217, 400, 340.416. This is what he's talking about. And the Mistela, 4.5 rounds, 175, 217, 400.413. So they're nearly identical. The guns are nearly identical. Oh, Ergot, you legend! $20 from Ergot57, one of my favourite humans. Thanks, mate. Yeah, my girl's from up north, mate. She's from just outside of Leeds. Thanks very much, Ergot. Anyone that wants to donate, don't let fear hold you back. Well, we might have bought Bushka dinner, but we still need to feed Mrs. Bushka and Junior, and she actually drinks. So there you go. Eric, that sounds like a good idea. I'll give it a shot. Now let's be aggressive again here, team. I'm going to go down straight into the cap, because obviously there's no good me just pussyfooting around here with this tank. Everyone wants to see what it can do. Kuro, what the hell are you doing, mate? Hey, Vikram. Hey, I saw a T6, an M60 live. That thing's we really don't realise how big those tanks are. They are tremendously large vehicles. It's just impressive to watch them. So we're going to jump straight in the cap, start putting pressure on, and probably get lots and lots of people turn up. Right, we've got two guys on our right, so I'm not going to overextend here. I think that the issues will be coming from the left. Guys on my right are going to push up. Got 57. Thank you very much again, mate, for the donation. You are just lovely. A lovely human being. And this isn't my favourite thing to do, but it's really, like, if you are on this map and you don't use the cap, then you're doing your team a disservice. You're not pressuring anyone. Now, they've all got to start moving now. KV1S has done a great job. Look at him. He's pushed right up there. If they want to go past to get me, they're going to have to do that. This MT25 is doing his level best. There we go. Someone finally reset the cap on us. Oh, he's firing that heat. Can't say that I blame him. That was a surprise. Hands up if you thought that one was going to go in. I'm not going to waste a repair kit on that. Absolutely no point. Kuro's still over there. He's in a good spot for me. Let's just build up the pressure again. You don't have much in the way of gun elevation on this tank, which is interesting. That's got to be the AMX up there, surely. Let's keep those angles nice and high. Here comes the victory. There's the AMX. Yeah, that's got to be disappointing from his perspective. Team T's not looking at me. Oh wow, that missed.
The turret ring is damaged. We can barely turn it.
11 hit points. To all the girls I've loved before, who've traveled in and out my door. I'm glad you came along. I mean, look at it. It just looks a little bit silly. I mean, I don't mind the design at all. It's just that bit of bacon on the end that really annoys me. Am I the only one here, Ukro, that's actually listening to the stream where I'm saying that the tank is too strong, but it's really good? I don't understand. I don't understand. It's like I say one thing and he hears, buy this tank now, wargaming is awesome, and I'm saying the tank's too strong. But there you go. People are going to hear what they want to hear and make their own stories up. It's because we're all the star of our own movie, and we really want to control exactly how it's all going. Oh, look at that, the dress blues. That's my favourite kind of outfit. No shrimp on the barbie tonight, Rocket Boy. Oh, KV5, I'm not going to town. You go to town and you lose. That's just ridiculous. Eric, thank you very much. I will try the face hug, mate. Let me see if I can't face hug. John C., if you can't control the language... Oh, no, you didn't say it. But please stop. I don't know if they'll nerf it. Because it's a premium tank. And overall, they just don't nerf premiums. But it certainly feels like a tier 8 heavy. in a tier 7 tank's body. I mean, I think that's a pretty fair way of saying it. That's exactly the kind of tank it is. It's got the same kind of armor profile you'd find on like an IS-6 and such, and it's got the same kind of gun and all that kind of thing. Wow, it looks like they came hot and heavy on the top in a huge surprise. Oh, he's looking at me. Yeah, that's my fault. That was really bad. Really badly done. Oh, it's Premo. Should have been a standard AP shell, but we'll make do. T28 Proto over there. Where's that Helsing? Where the hell is that Helsing in that Proto? My flank is really exposed. Oh, for God's sakes. Stalin's grinning. Yeah, we're in strife here. Those idiots that went town in their heavies, they've really not done much. Well, we're face hugging. You want to see the reason why we lost this one? Have a look at these two. I mean, they could still win this because we've left them quite low, but... And this guy's in dress blues, which means he's got camo from a long time ago and he's been playing the IS-6 for a long time. He's behind a bush. Yeah, I like the way he's playing. He's made some bad tactical decisions, but... Yep. Yeah, that was tough. This KV5 isn't really getting it done at all. He's been far too passive. Should have taken that out much earlier. And he's left this IS-6 in a really tough spot. At T34, he's got 295 pen on his Premo and more than enough to go through on his standard. Come on. KV5's face hugging. IS-6 is not that good. Yeah. He did all right, but... Andy, you champion. See you, mate. Good night. Have a good snooze. Thank you very much for all the laughs at Tankfest. We had a great time. Hey, Ultra Pro. How you doing, my friend? We win. That's a big call. Now, these guys have really not done... I mean, if they had to just come top instead, we would have been a lot better off, but yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to block Urko Padam now. I'm sick of him. There you go. At least he was entertaining for a small while. This KV5 really needs to sharpen up his angles. Oh, dude, he's come out sideways. You idiot. Come on. Angle. Angle, you clown. No angling. Well, he's not a clown. He just doesn't know what he's doing. We all went there at one point in time. The thing... Now, I saw a tweet going around earlier. Someone was saying, you know, oh, I'm sick of a bit of a nostalgia thing about the game and all that, and how I don't like the meta now and all that kind of thing. The new equipment and everything. Now, I did a podcast. You guys should listen to the podcast. I did a podcast that was a little bit more thoughtful about the whole differences with the patch and stuff. And I think Wargaming's done an outstanding job with some of it, right? Falcon Punch, you champion. Thank you very much for the help with dinner, with buying dinner and keeping the lights on your Falcon Punch. My pleasure. They got rid of... Now, a lot of you have probably heard me talk about this, but they got rid of binoculars and camo net. which means you get a lot less people with those 350 meter spotting ranges sitting at the back, right? And they improved survivability. They gave you access to better armor, and they lowered the overall damage output by lowering the percentage on gun rammer and not allowing vents to be run in conjunction with gun rammer as well. So you ended up with a situation where you've got more survivability and less time spotted, and it's made the maps bigger as well. So I think the equipment's been excellent. Obviously, the part that sucked has been the implementation of spare parts, which has just been pretty average. And I mean, it's not a secret. None of us are really happy with how spare parts were implemented, and with good reason. I mean, obviously, it's they're just, the drop rates are too low, all that kind of thing. But yeah, overall, I really like the way the game's going at the moment. I just really do. I think it's great. Yeah, me and that Lupus are going to take turns not pinning each other, basically. Can anyone tell me where that went? That was pretty weird. Bit of a Mexican standoff here. A real good old ding-dong, straight up and down heavy fight. Where's that Lupus gone? Is he still at the back? Yep, he's still there. How are the rest of our heavies going? Yeah, not that good, especially. Let's just get a pen, hey? Oh my god. Gun troll set to maximum right now. Gun troll set to absolute maximum. Okay, KV4 is all the way over there. Okay, that Lupus has moved around. I'm going to push, see if I can't get a kill on one of these boys, or at least help. Bugger, still had the Premo loaded. Lupus is going to be coming around the back here in a sec. And the Jag Panther 2. I'm going to have to take a chance. There's no way around it. There he goes. Here he comes. There's the Jag. And the Lupus is still on my right somewhere. Ah, that was a low roll. Very disappointing. She's a strong one, mate. She's a very, very strong one. The aim time and everything, I mean, I think it's fair enough. We'll play one more game in the Lupus. One more game in the Lupus, and then we'll do some other stuff. I've done videos on the SU-100. I did a review when they first came out. I've definitely done the SU-100. Wow, look at all those TDs. As if there's not going to be a little bit of camping going on. I'm not playing the Lupus backwards. It does just great frontal. I don't mind. Mate, you've got to get past this fantasy tanks thing. 99% of this game is complete fantasy. The idea that we're going to put tanks into cartoons and that hitting them for a little bit of their hit points every time you hit them is realistic, but, you know, and putting tanks in the game that never existed, were never built, is realistic, but putting tanks in there that are fantasy, i.e. they're from an anime cartoon or something that someone's designed in their head, like, which is exactly where most of the tanks that never existed or were not even put in a blueprint come from. It's just crazy. It's like the idea that you can only be a little bit pregnant. I'm only a little bit pregnant. I like just the little bits of pregnancy that are good, but I'm not fully pregnant. You're not. You're in or you're out. Like, there's no two ways around it. If you want to drive tanks and it's be a super realistic game, then this probably isn't the game for you. It doesn't worry me. I never came from a... And I had a great chat with quite a few people about this at Tankfest. This just doesn't worry me. I don't have the same kind of wants and needs from the game that a lot of people who are military buffs or tank warfare buffs have. And for me, it's about the gameplay and the performance and the ability to go one-on-one with players from the opposition team in similar style vehicles with the right stats and everything like that, about minimizing and maximizing my stats and doing all those kind of things. I don't get my boat floated by making an absolute perfect replica of a tank. But I understand that people do, and that's their viewpoint, and that's what they're after, and that's awesome. It's just not me. Hey, that's all. Well, I'm in my own little space here. Isn't this lovely? I had to wait to the gun to calm down there. They've got two TDs. One on that far flank is a Jag Panther too, which is a good TD. Hey, so there's three over there. There's a Chi-Ri in front of us. There's one on the right, the T-49, T-69, sorry. We should be able to push down here into this Chi-Ri and this T-69 without taking too much stick. Wow, where'd that go? Okay, getting hit from over there. There's a Jag Panther. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Yep, that was tough. It's all over for me. Bounced him again. Oh, oh, oh. He's finally down. But I'm going to get pushed on here, I'd reckon. Ah, there's another Lupus. Wow. That Lupus just got absolutely smashed. Is he in platoon with him? No, he's not. If he pops on the right, on the left, we're in trouble. But if he comes out on the right, we might be all right. Jeez, this is tense, isn't it? Absolutely tense. Okay, that's not what I wanted to see there. I pressed the button there. Did you see that? I pressed the button and it didn't fire. I freaked out and pressed it again. And we got there. Still another Borsig. Where the hell is he? Yeah, this is very losable here. We've got to get rid of this Borsig. I can't push out here with that Jag Panther up there. Or can I? Oh, that is rough. That is... They kill each other. That is awesome. It sounds JC says. Like, it depends what horse you've got in the race. For me, I just don't care. I want gameplay, and I want... Like, the reason Space Invaders was good was not because Space Invaders had the best kind of spaceship. It was that the actual gameplay was good. Oh, and this is what I should have been paying more attention there. Sorry. It's that the actual gameplay was good. Like, the idea of the gameplay was good, and it was fun. And that's what I like about Blitz. It's the gameplay, the numbers that I see the tanks more about just being the numbers. They are an aggregation of mathematical numbers that perform in a set way, and you get tweaks and you get different balances, and you get different bits of nuance that you need to be able to actually utilize to be good with the tanks. Okay, let's play something different then. What do you guys want to see? What do you want to see? Let me give you an example. That's the IS. That's the KV3. It's the IS2. That's the Lupus. All I see when them is guns and tanks. IS2 has a nice armor profile like the IS. It's got good gun, good mobility. It's a little bit trollish. That's a fantastic side scraper with a nice big burst of alpha for its intimidation factor. And that thing's just overpowered. And that's how I look at them. I don't see cartoon tank that existed, tank that existed, tank that existed. That's not how I look at it. And if you don't like that, I know you obviously wouldn't be buying that thing. But yeah, there you go. If you want to play a realistic game, I don't even know if it's still around. There's Battleground Europe. It used to be called World War II Online. And in that, the tanks are realistic. And I'll run you through why Blitz is better and why everyone's kind of needs to understand that if you wanted to play that game, you had a driver in the tank, you had a gunner in the tank, you had a machine gunner in the tank, and you had a tank commander. And each of those positions would give you access to... The tank commander was for view, the driver you could see at the front and you could drive it. The gunner would actually move things around. The machine gunner would be the guy you get to when you needed to get rid of infantry. To start the tank, you would press a key on the keyboard. You had manual gears. You had to use different keys to open different ports on the tank. You didn't have any kind of view range indicator apart from the optics, which you would actually use like they did in World War II, where you had a little triangle, and the size of the tank compared to that triangle, you'd have to know how far away it would be to be as tall as a triangle. I mean, this is realism. We don't have that. This is Blitz. You're running around in a tank that does 60 kilometers an hour and can fire on the move and circles around other tanks. I mean, if you're so tied into realism, that's pretty insane. That's just insane. There is no tank in the world that does that. No one drives... Ask JC, he's on here. He drove tanks for a living. He was in the army. That's what he did. No one drives around and no one angles their armor up. Like, you put the biggest, toughest bit of armor you've got at the other tank, and the engagements are not generally fought at 50 meters. Yet we carry on like that's not realism. But we carry on like that is realism, and the problem is that this tank has bacon on the end of its nozzle. And that is a problem. But how much realism are you willing to forego when that is your line in the sand? That there is bacon on the end of the nozzle. For me, that's a lot. But, yeah. And the Russian tanks, ask JC Ware. Like, the Russian tanks did not just drive around. Anyway, there you go. SU-100Y. God, I haven't driven that thing in a long time. SU-100Y. Derpy Mick Derperson. Let's do it. Big hug to you all. Too lovely to see you all here today, having action, getting the love. Is Hugh here? Where's Hugh? Hugh. I thought Hugh Jass was in here. Not to worry. My man in Amsterdam. I'm not driving T95 backwards. I like the matchmaker the way it is. I think the matchmaker, the game, I think the state of the game right now is better than it's ever been. There's fewer tanks that can just dominate and seal club, especially at higher tiers. You end up in situations all the time now where you have a lot easier time surviving than you used to. I'm just a big fan of how the game is currently sorted. What I'd like to see is obviously that spare parts drop a hell of a lot quicker and a hell of a lot easier, because I think at the present we can all agree that it's just too difficult to get them, and you know that's unfortunate. But I actually love the state of the game in the meta. Sunscreen allowance. For those of you who don't know, the patrons know this. I got sunburnt to hell at Tankfest. I just got really seriously sunburnt. It was rough. Yeah, thanks JC. You machine. Speaking of SU100s, there we go. I'm in a terrible position here, but I'm putting myself in that position because, you know what? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come to me, Chaffee. Oh, don't do it. There we go. The Derposaurus. She's a good one. She's a good one. Da boo. Boo hiss. I'm going to get spotted in a second. I'm going to have to go backwards down this hill very, very quickly. Can't believe that VK is still alive. Ah, boo again. There's an M4 around here behind me, right? Yeah. Let's go see him. Let's go see what he's up to. I might live in Australia, but I don't have much affinity for the sun. Tell your mother thanks for the rabbits. Angling, 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 jiggling and we're angling, angling and we're jiggling, rawhide. Ah, dear, dear, dear. I'm gonna have to go and walk the dog in a sec. Don't try to understand him. I just ring him a rope and brand him. Soon we'll be living high and wide. My heart's contemplating, my true love will be waiting, waiting at the end of my ride. Head 'em up, ride 'em in, head 'em up, rawhide. Oh, little Leo, come back here. I just want to give you a hug. Oh, he's being aggressive, which is nice. Good on him. Unfortunately for him, it's not going to help. Bum bum ba-dum. Hey yo, MDH 01. Alex, it's sad, isn't it? Lives in Australia, gets sunburnt in England. I've only got time for one more. Let's have a go at an old favourite, Old Faithful 62A. It's been good. It's been real good. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you all for your donations. Thank you for your time in channel. Thanks for the chat and the good conversation. Thanks for the love. Geez, there's no one on at tier 10 at this time of the morning. You're going to have to change it up. Let's just go hog wild in my favourite little thing. Here she goes. Oh, it's the VK. I'm not playing M3 Lee. I'd rather eat my own legs. Good luck with that. No, I don't find lights are being spotted too easily at all, dude. Hey, Stinky. This is for bench pressing skate. Let's see. Yeah, Pies is still blocked. Yeah. Yeah. Dear God. I don't think the lights get spotted too early at all. What I'm finding is that in a light tank, you can't use binoculars, which means... See you, Ergo. Have a good one, mate. Which means you've got to actually get out and move to spot. And you know, that's a good thing. This is what happens when you're talking and not paying so much attention to the game. Ride a mineral high. Wow, that was a bloody impressive shot. Unspotted, and he just rolled straight on up. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be one over there. That bloke's on his lonesome. Oh, jeez. Didn't mean to press that. Roll high. Just victims of the in-house drive-by. You say jump, I say how high. He's got a longer reload than I do too. Oh, get out of town. On fire. Very unfair. Shouldn't be on fire. Who would put me on fire? What angry human would do that to a man? Look how strong that tank is. It's so good, hey. Good on him. Played well. Well done, the Jumbo. I'm not sure what our Easy 8's doing, apart from just sitting there watching. Anytime you're ready, want to get involved? Yeah, Vikram, it's an issue. Trying to keep... You guys don't know the half of it. Trying to actually talk to you, read the chat, and play at the same time is absolutely torture. Wow. Come on, ARL. Press the button. That'll do. That'll do. And people wonder why I gave the Jumbo my favourite Tier 6 medium award. Did you see that turret on that thing? It's absolutely gorgeous. Spotted 6 of them. Can't beat that. Let's have a go on the big pie eater. Oh, look at this. Let's actually buff this one up, because I haven't played the E100 with the armor thing on it. I've been playing it stock, and it could be time to change it up and actually see how it performs, because I played the IS-7 buffed, and that thing is ridiculous, and I'd really like to see how this thing goes. Let's check it out. Last one. Last one, amigos. Goodbye from Singapore, Fuzzy Dad. Great to see you, mate. No, I've only got time for one more. Then I'll go walk the dog. Gotta walk the dog. Stale Vegemite bread. Stale bread and Vegemite. Pied up, pied up, pied up. Yeah, I can chat and play. I do it too. Just sometimes I start looking at other things. Right, I hate going right here. Yep, I'm going left. No, Vikram, I'm not turning off sane control mode. I'll turn off sane control mode when PC users get rid of that auto aim. I don't want to get into that. Everyone got upset last time, but I'm telling you right now, playing on PC, aiming is a breeze compared to playing on the iPad. Now that's saying something, because PC is obviously a finer mouse control, but you do get used to the shots on the iPad. And I can certainly do... look at this. Yep. Because I got to spawn all the way down the bottom. Lovely. Lovely. Righto. Do 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 boo boo. Dooby 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 doo doo boo. No, Vikram, you don't understand. Quickie Baby's chat is on the screen. My chat, oh, good on you. My chat is on a monitor, and the game I'm playing is on a handheld device. So when I look at the chat, I have to physically look up and cannot look at the screen that I'm playing on at the same time, which means it's a hell of a lot tougher to chat and stream on Blitz on a handheld device than it is playing on PC. Yeah, that 215B's in a world of hurt. Geez, we've landed a grand total of no shots so far. There's one. Jeez, drive by. Love it. Can't miss. What have we got left? One bloke up the top who's going to get pushed on. And the Death Star. And they've got a Death Star on E4. I'm going to get hit coming past here. I know it. Not much I can do. Going to get hammered for it. Just completely missed. Awesome. Love it. Best game ever. Just, this is why you don't catch me running super heavy tanks at tier 10 very often. Like the IS-7 and the IS-4, they can speed, they can get there, they can do everything. The E-100, I love it in platoon when you got someone else. Yeah, Vikram, I get it. It's just better. It is better. I'm not saying it's used all the time. The auto aim is really good, but aiming is just better. Play one more in the E100. That was amazing. Look at that. 3 shots fired. Yeah, it's pretty grim. No, I'm not playing the mouse. If you think I don't like playing the E100 solo much, you're gonna love what I think about the mouse. It's just, well, for starters, the finer control on a mouse allows you to aim really, really well. I did it. It was good. I played it for a while. It was good, but it's just, oh God. You know what I'd like to see nerfed? Honest to God, I'd love to see nerfed. Is that thing, the Death Star. It is an absolute plague at tier 10. Now they've got 3 meds. They're not going to go top, right? They've got to go low. And the Death Star is going to be sitting up there waiting. Quickie Baby and I talked about premium ammunition, which is very interesting. There's a big problem with premium ammo in PC at the moment because of the devaluation of, or the actual inflation with credits and ranked battles. They ended up in a situation where premium ammo was, yeah, there's a Death Star over there. Just got hit for 804, that FV. FV, don't do it. Don't go out again. Ooh, hang on. So we got a Yag, or it might have been the Yag that hit him. I mean, he's mad to be there in the first place. Look at him. Unbelievable. Yeah, it was the Yag. My heart's contemplating, my true love will be waiting, waiting at the end of my ride. Hit up, come on.
Another one like that should finish them.
Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum. I mean, they've got a 183 out there. There's still so many freaking monster tanks, hey? .4202's isolated, so give him a shot. No, he's bailing. This is fun and engaging gameplay, no doubt. There's one 183 that hasn't even been spotted somewhere. There's a T110E4 that hasn't been spotted somewhere. I mean, that's tier 10 for you. There he is, it's the E4. Still missing a 183. There we go. 3 Derpasauruses Rex up there. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, bum, rawhide. Don't try to understand him, just ring him, rope and brand him. Soon you'll be living high and wide. All the things I'm missing, good loving, food and kissing. Waiting at the end of my ride. Oh, get out of town. Ricochet on the side of a 183. Now that's it, boys and girls. That's it. That's it. There you go. That's it. Fun and engaging gameplay at tier 10. Chock full. Anyway, that's it for me, boys and girls. Thank you so much for watching. You are wonderful human beings. I really enjoyed the stream. I really enjoyed all of you. Be nice to each other. Come on. Be nice to each other. Thanks very much, JC, for helping to keep order and peace in the chat. And yeah, Rawhide isn't my favourite show. I can't believe you guys actually know Rawhide. Is there a new version of Rawhide or something out? Because I watched the old Rawhide with my nan when I was like a little kid in midday TV. But there you go. I'm going to go walk my dog, not the tog. Adios, amigos. Thank you very much for watching. You're all champions. Thanks for everyone who donated to. I record with QuickTime on my MacBook Pro. That's it. I'm going to go walk the dog. Love your work, guys. Until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.